Yo, welcome back to a brand new Craftopia guide. In today's guide, we're going to be talking about the Rod of Retrieval. Now, as always, if you enjoy this video, please do drop a like and subscribe. Comment down below of any help that you may need in the game, or what tools do you recommend for a builder. But let's do this. Now, in a lot of my videos, and especially on stream, I use the Rod of Retrieval. This is a very simple rod to make, and it's a great tool for any building circumstance, or even just a little bit of quality of life. So as you can see, I'm holding the Rod of Retrieval right now. It looks very cool as well, which is a little bit of a perk, but it's just a great tool, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make it and what it does now. The Rod of Retrieval can be found on any normal blacksmith. If you head into it and head down to the mining and collecting section, you'll see here is the Rod of Retrieval. Now, it's very easy to make, but as you can see, it says this convenient rod can retrieve objects. If you hold right click or left trigger for console, while equipping this, you'll enter a retrieving mode. While your aim is on placeables, this rod shoots a razor to it. If you left click while the razor is on placeables, you will retrieve them, and that's exactly what it does. So I'm going to show you that now. As you can see, it's very easy to make 3 glass, 1 log, and 3 batteries. Of course, log from a tree, batteries, place down a generator, run on it, throw an animal on it, whatever you need to do. And with glass, you just need sand and a furnace. So if you head into a furnace, it just requires 5 sand. And of course, we need 3 of them, so we have 15 sand to craft our 3 glass. Now, as you can see, it is very slow, so we will skip this process. But once you have these materials, you can craft yourself a Rod of Retrieval. So there we go, the glass is complete. So let's head into our blacksmith again, and we can now craft our Rod of Retrieval. Now, of course, I do already have one. I was wearing it, but this is what the Rod of Retrieval does. So let's say you're doing a build, right? And no matter where this build is, this Rod of Retrieval will be your best friend. If you're into building and you do some insanely big builds, I know a lot of you do. Kaizen and Joe from this community do some crazy big builds, and I know the Rod of Retrieval is very useful to both of them. So we have this platform here, and we are going to place down some walls, and we're just going to do a general, you're building a big house, right? But it gets to a point where it just becomes so big. You're trying to get all your walls where they should be, you know, and sometimes you might accidentally place one, and now you've got to go up. You've got to get on top, or grip onto the wall and destroy it. There we go. Or you could just stand down the bottom with your Rod of Retrieval, press left trigger if you're on console, or right click if you're on mouse, and you can just pinpoint exactly which build you want to destroy or pick up. So I want this back wall here, but I don't want this floating wall, so I'll pinpoint that. There we go. It's as simple as that. You can do this with any type of build. It works great with walls. It works great with floors, however you want to use it. So you just look exactly, and it's so fast as well. That's the great thing as well, is you can just really pick up things a lot faster than walking up to something and holding pick up and retrieving that item. You can also do this with all different types of builds as well. So I have a few different types here that we're going to use it on, and you can just see how useful this can be. Especially, it's really good if you're stacking chests. Chests can be a bit of a pain to pick up correct ones. This will just make it a lot easier, and you won't have to worry about picking up incorrect chests. So the great thing is it just pinpoints certain things on the builds. Some of them were a little bit harder to tell if it's the floor or the item, but it does its job. As you can see, that's the floor there, that's the floor there, there's the chest. So it's a bit snappy, but you find that sweet spot and it's pretty good. You can just pick up everything so much faster, and whichever chest you want to get is just so much easier. So this item is incredibly good and incredibly easy to make. The resources are very easy to get, and it's a tool that you will use pretty much forever. I have one on me at all times. I don't go anywhere without the rod of retrieval because it does so much other useful things. So we're on the water edge here, right? And sometimes you might have a build that kind of comes out like this and you have a chest on it. You might be trying to pick up that chest or whatever is on the platform and the floor accidentally gets destroyed, down goes your chest. Now instead of bobbing in the water waiting for it to get to that sweet spot, you can literally just pick it back up. Now this is especially useful when it gets to deeper waters. If you build on empty islands, then you may have gone quite a way out into the ocean. Well, the great thing is if you destroy a floor by accident and a build or a chest or whatever it is falls into the water and it's just sinking constantly, well, there is no distance for the rod of retrieval. So this isn't particularly deep, but it's pretty deep down there and you can just retrieve it back up. Now I'm all the way out here and as you can see, I can go back to where we just were. So this is the great thing. I can get as far as I need to go and I can start retrieving these walls all the way back where we were building. And that's not the maximum distance. So you can use this thing no matter how big your build is, and it's faster as well. Now the rod of retrieval is classed as a tool or a weapon, so it has durability. So you will need to put this into a repair bench eventually, but the durability is pretty good, but you can also repair it from your inventory if you wish. You do it the standard way, it's very, very cheap, but use it on a repair bench, that way the durability will stay maxed out at all times. But I can now use this rod to retrieve the items we've used today. I can do it to pick up absolutely anything, and it's just a great tool. I can now select anything no matter how far away it is. Look, that's all the way back out to where we just were. It's a little bit hard to pinpoint it how far away it is, but there we go. We can just retrieve those items from all the way out there. Now, I would actually consider this a must-have item, whether you're a builder or not. It will just make your life easier. It only takes up one inventory slot and it allows you to get creative with your builds with no limits. We do some builds that involve lava. Well, getting some of those items out of that lava can be a bit tricky. Well, you can use the rod of retrieval. Now, it doesn't work on floor items, so if I was to drop an item, I can't use it to pick that up. It is builds only, but that's okay. That is still fantastic. We got plenty of things to pick up floor loot, such as absorbers, but this will just help you in day-to-day living. We've done some base tours that are huge. Some of them are so big and so tall, it's pretty much impossible to do that kind of precision. If you want to do it fast, you will make mistakes. So having something like a rod of retrieval just to help you and save you having to jump around trying to retrieve stuff all the time, use the rod of retrieval. It will make your life a lot easier. Now it does need a little bit of adjustment. Sometimes it snaps to different places where you don't want it to go. It's a bit fiddly, but nonetheless, it's better than getting up to something and actually retrieving it. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe. Comment down below of any help that you may need in the game, or what is a tool in the game that you can't live without. Remember to get yourself some logs, batteries and glass. Make yourself a rod of retrieval. Make your life easier. But most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.